Welcome to Live Shadow channel. Before anything you subscribe to. This happened in our university dormitory. One of my friends named Joe, whom I met in shooting competitions, told me this story, quoting one of the students. The university dormitory is a 3-story building and all male students of all age levels reside there. Sometimes, some senior students would force and bully freshmen and freshers. Anyway, one day one of these bully boys, who tried to force his subordinate student, learned such a lesson that I imagine Thad did not forget it at the end of his life. His name was Min. One night, Min goes to his friend's room on the 2nd floor to have a heart-to-heart. It doesn't take long before he realizes that it's too late, so he says goodbye to his friends and heads to his room. The night was very hot and there was a warm breeze from time to time. At night, the dormitory area is completely silent and only the sound of crickets can be heard from outside the building. It was the middle of the week and everyone had gone to bed early to get to work in the morning. Min was slowly going to his room when suddenly at the end of the corridor of the 1st floor, a boy is sitting there strangely. The look of that boy is unfamiliar and bad for Min. As a result, Min thought that he was one of the students who was very studious and never got along with his classmates. It seems that the child was coming. He put his hands on his knees and his face was hidden under his arms. From behind it looked like he fell asleep there. Min approached him. Inevitably, he called the boy so that he could cross. Min said, "Hey boy, what are you doing here? Oh, maybe you're crying. Oh, naughty and cute boy. If you want to cry to go back to your room or go to your mother's house and cry in her arms. Anyway, there is no place to sit here. Get out of my way." That boy didn't pay attention to Min's words and didn't move. Therefore, Min approached him and kicked his legs and said, "I told you to get out of my way." Min was extremely angry when he saw that the boy was not afraid of him and did not consider his age and size. At the same time, the boy suddenly got up and slowly turned his face towards the mine. Min realized that the boy had no face, just a piece of blank skin, had no mouth, nose and eyes instead of his face. Min did not have the strength to move for a few moments. He was just looking directly at the boy's face and for the first time he didn't know what to do. He wanted to scream, but no sound came out of his throat. He was confused and could not control his body parts. The boy made a move and was about to approach Min when suddenly he came to his senses and stepped forward. While running with all his strength, Min kept looking behind him and saw the boy following him. He quickly entered his room, locked the door and lay down on his bed, hiding himself under the blanket. While he was still shocked and trembling with fear, he began to pray. It wasn't long before he heard the sound of his room door opening and realized that someone had entered his room. Almost paralyzed with fear, Min didn't dare to get up and see who entered his room. But he felt that that person came directly to his bed and stood there. Finally, the sheer terror caused him to pass out. At some point he came to his senses. It was morning and he was sweating under the blanket due to the intense heat. When he realized that he was not wearing his pajamas, he remembered the horrible event of the previous night. At the first opportunity, he told his friends what had happened, and from then on he never dared to leave his room when everyone was asleep. Thank you, dear viewer. Don't forget to subscribe.